Viewers, as a fallout, two prominent Iranian actresses have been arrested for publicly supporting the mass anti-government protest. The country's state-run media has reported the same. We're talking about Hengameh, Ghaziani and Katayoun, Riahi, the two actors who have been accused of collusion and acting against Iran's authorities. Both women earlier appeared in public without their headscarves, which, remember, is a gesture of solidarity with the demonstrators. This has been an ongoing movement in Iran. Let me go across to Pradeep, joining us with more details. Pradeep, two prominent Iranian actresses have been arrested. Now, they came out in public domain, supported the movement, and without their headscarves is why they've been taken in. A lot of voices coming in from Iran today, once again standing in solidarity with the two actors. Remember, this has now become a global movement. Celebrities, artists from across the world today are in support of women in Iran.
Yes, you are absolutely right. In fact, both these actors, they were protesting against the regressive, radical regime of Iran, and they were trying to show solidarity with all those demonstrators. For the past 2 months, they are protesting on streets of Iran against hijab. And we have seen that this movement picked up in fact, the demonstration picked up the momentum in the month of September when 21-year-old girl was killed. And since then, we have seen that how Iranian women are coming, they are protesting, they are cutting their hair, they are throwing their hijab, they are burning their wheel, and they are sending a message loud and clear, because they say this is not the progressive Islam they are talking about. This is something what the regressive regime wants to control women. That's why they have been saying, asking the clerics in Iran to pack up their bags and leave this country, because they have been raising these slogans. And I think it's getting more and more difficult, because what started in one of the streets of Iran, all of a sudden we have seen that now it has become a moment all over the world. It is not only the Iranian women, but many other women in different parts of the world. They are coming out and showing solidarity. And see to what extent they have gone. They have already killed 300 women for protesting. Many of them have been detained, arrested, and now these two actors, they have been detained and arrested because they are also showing solidarity with the women. Because everywhere it is about the choice. But unfortunately, our netas here had not been able to understand, because one of the colleges, when they decided that hijab will not be allowed, and that time we saw that how opposition party tried to train their guns on the Modi government, saying that how they were trying to target Islam. Basically, it was not about targeting Islam, it was all about choice, and they wanted a uniformity in the classroom, and finally the case had gone to the court. But going back to this Islamic country, see the Islamic here, the people here, the Muslims, they are coming out and they are protesting. And what is a good thing is that even the men are also supporting them in several places.
It is indeed a countrywide movement there. It's getting a lot of support from celebrities, renowned faces across the world. Brinda Adige is also joining us on the phone line. Brinda, what do you make of this? Two actresses now being arrested for publicly supporting the anti-government protest. You know, there are very, very influential, known faces in Iran who have very often now taken to social media, hit the streets. They've been protesting and, you know, chopping their hair off, removing their headscarves. They're really sending out the message loud and clear, but it seems to be not getting through. Arrests being made for that.
Arresting these two influencers is absolutely atrocious. This is state repression. And repression in the name of religion, absolutely unacceptable, because it is human rights violation, no matter what they might want to call it. If that woman does not want to wear a hijab and she wants to cut her hair, so be it. I continue to stand by my stance of it is the choice of the woman whether she wants to wear the hijab or not. Religion, patriarchal mindset, and men and state who think they want to subjugate and control women should be called out and told very, very clearly that women do not want anybody as their masters to dictate terms to them. I hope other countries will condemn Iran and what it is doing to its citizens, especially the women citizens of its...
Well, Brinda, it's quite worrying because nothing has really changed. The last 2 months, we've seen intense support growing for the movement within Iran, but still the crackdown continues. Let me go across to Zinat Shaukat Ali as well. Ms. Shaukat Ali, you know, what do you make of it? Is the Iranian clerical leadership shaken by this movement? It's been 2 months and counting. The women are not backing out. In fact, they're receiving support from their male counterpart as well. The movement is only growing, it's gathering steam, but arrests being made, crackdown also continuing.
I think it's abnormal, you know, it's absolutely It's absolutely condemnable what is happening, and the government must take cognizance to to the will of the people, to the will of the women there and what they're asking for. And to all those men who support them, I personally salute them. And I think that the word must rise. You see, the whole thing is people are being killed every day in the name of something, and but women are asking simply a matter that is a matter of choice to start off with. And what does one call this? Does it call it, you call it a violation of human rights, you call it an oppression of women, you call it a subduing of women, you call it a trampling of their rights, whatever you may say, this is what is happening. And it's time for the world to raise its voice. I don't know why there is so much silence in this matter. I think that this is it is a movement that has begun, and I guess sometimes movements take their time, but I'm sure that they will bear fruit for those women struggling who are losing lives every day. It's such a shame that such a thing is happening in the world in the 21st century.
Okay, thank you for that, Zeenat Shaukat Ali. Well, remember viewers, all of this has been happening the last 2 months, ever since Mahsa Amini was detained by the morality police for allegedly breaking the strict hijab rules.